Roblox's #1 game ruined overnight. All because of one player. Sounds wild, right? But buckle up, because this isn't just clickbait. Today, we're diving deep into how one person with massive audience power exposed flaws, caused backlash, and shook the foundations of the Roblox community. This is the story of Schlep, Roblox, and how one fight might have changed everything. Let's get into it.
Guy is hurting Roblox's reputation because he's kind of shining a light on a really big issue, and that's bad actors in the Roblox space. And that makes Roblox look bad. And Roblox looking bad hurts their public reception. It hurts their stock. It hurts their bottom line. It hurts their financials.
When we talk about Roblox's #1 game being ruined, we're not just talking about pixels on a screen or some silly minigame losing players. We're talking about a billion-dollar ecosystem. Millions of kids logging in every single day, and a community that lives and breathes trust. Roblox has always had this unspoken agreement with its players. You come here, you're safe, you're creative, and we'll protect you. But here's the reality. This fragile trust was always balancing on a thin thread. And one player, Schlep, pulled on it so hard that the whole illusion cracked. Think about it. Roblox's top games, Brookhaven, Adopt Me, Blox Fruits. They thrive because parents believe their kids are safe and because creators trust Roblox to handle moderation. But behind the curtains, there were predators, scams, and shady monetization practices creeping into the system. Schlep didn't just play Roblox, he exposed it. His content wasn't about trolling. It was about digging out the ugliest truths the platform wanted to keep buried. And when you expose the rot at the top, the players start to see the #1 game differently. It's no longer that safe virtual playground. Overnight, Roblox's crown jewel looked corrupted. And once the spell is broken, it doesn't matter how shiny the graphics are. People start walking away. Now let's talk about the man behind the chaos, Schlep. Real name Andrew, a kid from Texas who turned into one of the most talked about Roblox creators of 2025. He wasn't famous for speedrunning obbies or flexing Robux. Number. He was famous for doing the one thing Roblox hated the most: exposing the truth about predators and unsafe spaces on their platform.
Schlep is trying to do good on the platform. Even last year, he posted that he wanted to help the Roblox moderation team by either being a consultant or an advisor.
His videos were sting operations, decoy accounts, screenshots, voice calls, things that made parents realize, wait, my kid could be next. And Roblox? They were terrified. Because if you're a billion-dollar company trading on Wall Street, the last thing you want is a YouTuber making headlines about how unsafe your game is. Schlep wasn't just making content. He was creating a narrative where Roblox looked like the villain. And let's be real, Roblox has always wanted to control the story. They wanted to show the happy side: concerts, Gucci collabs, kids coding games. But Schlep showed the darkness, the predators, the loopholes, the failures in moderation. He became the one player powerful enough to shift the conversation from Roblox is fun to Roblox is dangerous. That's why they banned him. But by banning him, they gave him the crown. Overnight, Roblox's #1 game wasn't just ruined, it was exposed.
I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including Schlep. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes?
August 2025 will forever be remembered as the night Roblox silenced its loudest critic. When the news dropped that Schlep had been permanently banned, it didn't just feel like another moderation update. It felt like an earthquake. Roblox's official explanation was that Schlep violated their brand new anti-vigilante rules. They argued that his sting operations, creating decoy accounts, chatting with predators, even taking conversations off-platform to gather evidence, were not only against the terms of service, but also dangerous. Roblox claimed that while his intentions might have been good, the methods put minors and players at risk. On paper, that sounds like a clean corporate answer.
This is not the first time this has happened. They have come after people like Schlepp before, the people that are actively trying to make the platform safer, and it just doesn't make any sense.
But to the community, it sounded like excuses. Here's why. Everyone knew Roblox's moderation system was struggling. Stories of predators slipping through cracks had been circulating for years. Parents, forums, even mainstream outlets had criticized Roblox for failing to keep kids safe. And then, here comes Schlepp, one guy with a laptop, a camera, and guts, doing what Roblox's billion-dollar safety department couldn't. He was exposing predators, putting pressure on authorities, and forcing Roblox to acknowledge what they wanted to hide. The ban, then, didn't look like enforcing safety protocols. It looked like a cover-up. It looked like Roblox was shooting the messenger. Within hours, social media caught fire. The hashtag #FreeSchlepp trended across Twitter, TikTok, and even Roblox itself. Players turned their avatars into protest signs. Brookhaven servers saw crowds forming, chanting in text chat. Adopt me. Players created in-game sit-ins where they refused to trade or play, instead just spamming Roblox silence safety. Content creators like Creekcraft, Flamingo, and smaller channels started weighing in, debating whether Roblox had gone too far. Suddenly, the ban wasn't just about one YouTuber, it was about free speech, corporate censorship, and whether Roblox was willing to prioritize image over kids' safety. And this is where the ruined overnight angle comes in. Roblox's #1 game, its entire brand, depends on player trust. When you strip away the concerts, the Gucci collabs, the shiny PR campaigns, Roblox is built on the idea that kids can play safely. The second that illusion cracked, the empire shook. All it took was one ban, one night, and suddenly the global conversation wasn't about new updates or popular games. It was about Roblox's hypocrisy.
The cinema cease and desist is pretty wild.
Roblox is one of the biggest joke of a big company of all time.
It's quite crazy to see Roblox go after me, a person trying to get arrested off of their platform, than the predators. Why?
The aftermath of Schlepp's ban wasn't some small ripple. It was a tsunami. And the fallout stretched far beyond Roblox's community. It went into the halls of politics, the offices of investors, and the trust of millions of parents. Let's start with the players. For years, Roblox's biggest strength was its loyalty. Kids didn't just play games, they lived there. Brookhaven became a digital neighborhood. Adopt Me was a second home. Blox Fruits was an obsession. But after Schlepp's ban, many of those same players started questioning everything. If Roblox could ban someone who exposed predators, then what else were they hiding? Forums exploded with theories. Was Roblox protecting predators? Was it prioritizing money over safety? Some players went as far as staging mass logouts, organizing entire Discord servers around boycotting Roblox until Schlepp is freed. Then there were the parents. Imagine being a mom or dad who just read that Roblox banned the one guy who was exposing predators. Your trust collapses instantly. Parents started pulling their kids off the platform. Some even filed complaints to consumer protection agencies, demanding answers about safety measures. And in the media, it was a feeding frenzy. Outlets like PC Gamer, Kotaku, and even mainstream news started reporting the story. Headlines weren't flattering. Roblox bans safety advocate. Platform under fire for prioritizing image over kids. Every article chipped away at Roblox's carefully polished reputation. Developers also felt the heat. Remember, Roblox isn't just a game. It's a platform for thousands of small studios and indie devs. Many of them rely on Roblox's reputation to attract players. But after the Schlepp fallout, developers were scared. They worried about parents pulling kids from their games.
Why aren't you fighting the pedophiles? Why are you laser focused on the vigilantes that are fighting the pedophiles? Like, this is a wild hill to die on.
I cannot sit here and read this response that Roblox has given and be like, yeah, that's a great response. Like, it is tone deaf. I'm frustrated, man.
They worried about Roblox becoming a PR nightmare, dragging down their revenue. Some even spoke out publicly, criticizing the company for creating a hostile environment for creators. And let's not forget investors. Roblox is a publicly traded company. Stock prices don't like bad press, especially when it involves child safety. Analysts started questioning whether Roblox was a safe long-term bet. Even whispers of regulatory investigations caused jitters. In an age where governments are cracking down on online safety laws, Schlepp's ban poured gasoline on the fire. This is why I say Schlepp didn't just ruin one game, he shook an empire. Roblox's entire foundation is built on perception. Perception of safety, perception of fun, perception of growth. And with one ban, one controversy, all of that was questioned. The fallout proved that Roblox wasn't untouchable. It was vulnerable. And that vulnerability came from underestimating the power of one player. Here's my honest take. This isn't a story Roblox will be able to bury. They can push updates, throw millions at PR, run flashy concerts with celebrities, but the shadow of Schlepp's ban will always follow them. Why? Because it exposed the company's biggest weakness: the inability to balance profit, safety, and transparency. Think about it. Roblox wants to be a global platform where brands like Nike, Gucci, and Netflix set up shop. They want to attract investors, expand into new markets, and build the metaverse.
Roblox is simply not doing enough to protect our kids, to inform parents, and to go after child predators.
But safety scandals are kryptonite. Parents will never forget that Roblox chose to ban a creator who was catching predators instead of working with him. Even if Roblox believed they were legally right, morally, it looked like a betrayal. That perception matters more than policy. For creators, the message was chilling. Step out of line, even with good intentions, and Roblox will shut you down. That fear will shape how future creators operate. Many may avoid criticism altogether, leading to a culture of silence. And when creators are scared to speak, problems fester. For players, the story became a warning sign. Every time a kid logs in, every time a parent hears Roblox, they'll think about Schlepp. That association is toxic. It's like a scar that never heals. Even if Roblox manages to grow again, the trust that was lost here will always linger. And for Roblox as a company, this is the kind of scandal that regulators love to latch onto. The Schlepp ban didn't just spark outrage. It gave fuel to politicians calling for tighter online safety laws. It opened the door for lawsuits, stricter regulations, and constant scrutiny. In other words, Roblox didn't just ban a player. They handed critics a golden weapon. That's why I say this will haunt them forever. You can patch bugs. You can re-release games. You can distract the public with shiny features. But you can't erase betrayal. Roblox's #1 game might still be online, but the innocence, the trust, the perception of safety, that was ruined overnight. And all it took was one player refusing to stay quiet.
A big problem here is Roblox says here, due to privacy considerations, we cannot inform users whether their reports have led to consequences or not. Why not? Other games do it. My fiance, she plays this game called Overwatch, and whenever she reports someone on that game, guess what? The next day, she'll get a little pop-up in the game like, hey, we received your report, we investigated this user, we banned them for this here. Other games do it. Why can't Roblox do it? I want a response from Roblox. I want an email. I want a pop-up. I want a message. I want something that pops up on the screen and says, hey, we received your report. We investigated it. Here's why we didn't do anything, or here's why we did.